Hello everyone and welcome to Past the Post. My name is Michael Lados and we're going to go over the very best of racing from around the world this week, especially here in the UAE where we had 3 meetings. But first up, let's go abroad with one of the biggest races of the year. Over at Flemington in Australia, the Lexus Melbourne Cup, where 24 horses went to post in this 2-mile affair, which had good to soft going thanks to some rain. The big favorites on the day were Half Yours, getting a lot of support, as well as Irish-bred Presage Nocturne, who came in for Alessandra Botti from France. But in the end, it was Half Yours who came flying up the inside in her Jamie Mellom, beating out Goody Two Shoes, who came in for Joseph O'Brien at 40-1 from Ireland, and Middle Earth, formerly with John Gustin, for Kieran Meyer. The final margin of victory was 2 3/4 lengths. The first American horse ever to compete in the race, Parchment Party, finished 20th. While the highly regarded highweight of the race, Al Rifa, finished 7th.
300 metres to go. Goody Two Shoes for Ireland, led by a length and a quarter. Middle Earth and Half Yours is getting through. Goody Two Shoes with Half Yours challenging at the clock tower. Half Yours takes the lead from Goody Two Shoes. Middle Earth, River of Stars. Half Yours is coming clear for Jamie Carr for the Cups double. Half Yours, the history maker, won the Lexus Melbourne Cup by 3 lengths. Half Yours the winner.
Earlier on the card, kicking off Cup Day, was the Darley Mary Bernong Plate, a Group 3 affair for 2-year-olds over 5 furlongs. These sprinters, very much unfurnished sorts, battled it out, with Tornado Valley getting the best of them all in the end. The Son of Too Darn Hot beat out Tales of Time and Luna Vega, both in the Zhang Yusheng colors. Final margin of victory was a neck, with Ethan Brown aboard for Kieran Meyer.
250 metres to go. It's Luna Vega with Tornado Valley who stomped up to take the front, and late on the outside is Tales of Time. 100 metres to go, a big finish coming up. Tornado Valley, Tales of Time is wearing it down. Tornado Valley holds it though. Tornado Valley, just big Tales of Time.
2 days later on Thursday at Flemington was the Group 1 Crown Oaks. This one saw a well-matched affair, but in the end it was strictly business, keeping it business and winning well by 3.5 lengths over the Pearls and After Summer. John Allen was aboard for Tom Carberry. She is a daughter of Grunt by Tivoli Lass out of Uncle Mo. 4-5 favorite, Get a Good Feeling, could only manage 6th on the day.
450 metres to go. Spicy Lou momentarily hit the front. Here's Get a Good Feeling, and the Pearls on the outside. The 2 favourites joining in now. And up the 300 metres, it's Get a Good Feeling, about 3/4 of a length in front of the Pearls, who won't give in. And Strictly Business right down the centre of the 200. Get a Good Feeling, the Pearls grabbed by Strictly Business. Strictly Business stays on. She's the stronger. She comes away. John Allen for Tom Carberry. It's a famous win, 3 lengths. Second the Pearls, third After Summer.
Capping off the week over at Flemington were 3 more Group 1 affairs on Saturday. First up was the BRC Champion Sprint over 6 furlongs, but it was heavy going thanks to lots of rain on the week. Fan favorite Giga Kick, second choice in the market, did not disappoint here, winning well here by a head over Magic Time in those Zhang Yusheng colors. Mark Zara got another big victory on the win, this time for trainer Clayton Douglas. Jolie Starr, the 17-10 favorite, rounded out the top 3 for Chris Waller.
As they reach the 250, Jolie Starr lets down Magic Time and Giga Kick coming through. Libertad scrapping away, and Benedetta the outside of the clock tower, taking the lead. Magic Time with Giga Kick. Magic Time and Giga Kick. Magic Time draws ahead in front. Giga Kick won't give in. Digs in for the line and wins. Giga Kick has won it. Zara again. Magic Time second.
The second Group 1 of the Tri-Group 1 day was the Lexus Champions Mile, where Pericles represented the Godolphin Blue and nearly pulled off the upset at 18-1, but Kale Wolf won well here by a nose at the wire. Chad Schofield won out the battle over Ben Mellom in the process. Joseph Pride trains the victor. Steffi Magnetica, 10-1, was third.
300 metres to go. It is stamina sapping. Then came Chow Wolf joining in, and Pericles under the arches. Pericles takes the lead at the 200 metres, going with it. Chow Wolf. Pericles at the 100. Chow Wolf won't give in. Pericles. Chow Wolf coming back. Chow Wolf off the canvas, and Pericles. Chow Wolf. Chow Wolf or Pericles in a photo.
And the final race we'll cover from Australia this week was the Tab Champions Stakes, where Via Sistina, fresh off a popular return victory in the Cox Plate, returned to victory here, winning another Group 1 on her leisure. The daughter of Fastnet Rock was ridden by James McDonald for Chris Waller. Jamie Mellum guided Zimbardo into second at 13-1, while Godolphin's Tom Kitten rounded out the top three for Anthony and Sam Friedman.
At the 300 metres, here comes the star Via Sistina. She lets down from Tom Kitten, Pierre and Zimbardo. 200 to go. Via Sistina, two legs Zimbardo running a race from Pierre and Tom Kitten. Via Sistina, 100 metres to go. She's got the class and she's got the legs, the stamina to win. Another star turn from Via Sistina, three legs. Zimbardo, Tom Kitten, Pierre.
Speaking of wet weather, now let's head over to Germany, where we had soft going for the Group 1 Grosser Preis von Bayern. Over a mile and a half, this saw a well-matched field, topped by Convergent in the market at 3-5 for William Buick and Carl Burke. But the Newton Annerstud Color Bear could not get anything done in the process as Bay City Roller rolled on for victorious racing. Audrey de Vries, one of our favorites here in Dubai, won for George Scott. The final margin of victory was 7 lengths over Tiffany and Rashford in third. UK horses went 1-2 in the process.
And as they come down to the 500, Bay City Roller still out in front and stretches on by a couple of lengths. Tiffany in pursuit. Convergent hasn't picked up yet. Rashford on the inside. Lazio's making ground behind, but it's still Bay City Roller and Tiffany who are first and second. Convergent won't be winning today, and Bay City Roller stretches on and goes 3 or 4 lengths clear. Tiffany has no answer. Lazio has no answer. Bay City Roller goes 5, 6, 7 lengths clear. It's Bay City Roller and Audrey de Vries who's routed the opposition. Tiffany second, Rashford third, Lazio fourth.
Now we head over to the United States for 3 affairs we'd like to highlight. First of all, we saw the return of undefeated Disco Time, who did not disappoint and burned up the track in the listed Dwyer Stakes. And ridden by Dubai World Cup winning jockey Florent Giroux, the Brad Cox trainee proved that he is one to look forward to. He will now be pointed to the Saudi Cup and possibly even the Dubai World Cup afterwards. Crudo was second and Tip Top Thomas was third.
Disco Time with a quarter mile left to go in the Dwyer now gets the cue to kick for home. Crudo has taken second. Tip Top Thomas back to third. Stars and Stripes the trailer. Disco Time is extending that stride and opening up, and a look over his right shoulder, and he sees an 8-length cushion. Florent Giroux, Disco Time, a 16th left to go, and they are going to dominate here in the Dwyer. It's all Disco Time to win it. Crudo second, Tip Top Thomas in a photo with Stars and Stripes.
The second race we'll cover from New York was the Grade 2 Mother Goose Stakes. Fully subscribed in the Clarovich stables of Seth Klarman, had Dylan Davis in the saddle, Chad Brown her trainer, and was a 4.5-length dominant victor here. Drexel Hill was second, while Godolphin's Lemon Zest rounded out the top 3 with Flavian Pratt for Brad Cox. Fully Subscribed has been an improving sort for her connections, and today the daughter of Tiz the Law proved that she is one to look forward to, especially in 2026. Queen Azteca, our UAE Oaks winner, could only manage 6th in the field of 9. And the last race we'll cover from New York was Sunday's Awad Stakes, a listed affair over 6 furlongs on grass and $150,000 on the line. It was a sprint affair, and the top sprint trainer in the land right now in the USA is Jose D'Angelo, and his Throckmorton did not disappoint. Sam Marin was aboard this one, winning well in 108.91, flying along on a track that was less than firm. Glorious Boy was second, and Zuby was third.
Throckmorton has a furlong left to get. Zuby continues to chase. Same can be said for Squad Goals. Still fourth is Glorious Boy. Throckmorton's almost there. Throckmorton wins the award. Up for second, give it to Glorious Boy from last to grab second.
And now, finally, we head to 3 days of racing here in the UAE, kicking things off on Friday night for the first night of the Dubai Racing Carnival. The highlight of the night was actually the first horse in the first race, number 1, Dark Saffron, who returned in his first race since winning and upsetting the Group 1 Dubai Golden Shaheen. Ridden by Connor Beasley for Akba bin Harmish, he did not disappoint, winning by nearly 4.5 lengths in the process. Remay was a good second there for Michael Costa and Sylvester de Sousa and his stablemate Aryaf, who contested the lead with Dark Saffron early, finished on in third. La Senora completed the quartet. The winner, who went off at even money, finished up in 111.84.
Dark Saffron slipped a little bit more leather by Beasley, approaching the 600 metres and extends out by a length and a half. First one to be shaken along now is Ayaf. Ramey continues to travel well enough the inside, and 5 lengths back now to La Senora, outclassed here. It's Dark Saffron though, wheeling the bend here. The Dubai World Cup night winner, the Golden Shaheen champion. He's out by half a dozen now. Ramey can't continue on with the gallop. Ayaf is into third. La Senora a long way back. Dark Saffron continuing on with it into the final furlong. The margin now 7 or 8 lengths. Ramey is game, but he picks right up where he left off in the Golden Shaheen. He's dominant in the opener. Welcome back, Dark Saffron. 4.5 lengths to Ramey, half a dozen back to Ayaf.
I mean, first of all, you've already gone through the race with Rishi about how quick he is out there, but how satisfying is it for you to get it off the bench right now, get him going again?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, obviously, he's had since Dubai World Cup there. He's had a good summer on his back, and, these horses, they need coming back. It's okay saying he is up with the best and he's a Group 1 horse, but at the same time, they race horses and they're there to run, aren't they? So I think it was a fantastic opportunity by the boss and good placing, really, to get him out. That there was better than 10 gallops back at home, so that'll bring him on forward again, and we can target the races where we want to go now.
There's no pressure at all, only one of your best horses you had to ride first up.
Yeah, exactly, yeah, that's it, everything. I suppose there was, I know of ratings and everything, he should have went round there like he did, but there's still added pressure because he's so special to the stable and special to me and to everyone involved with him, so to do that in the manner he did, I was very happy.
The second race of the night was a maiden for 3-year-olds and upward, thoroughbreds, 165,000 online over 7 furlongs. A lot of older horses looking to get their first victory here, but in the end it was a 3-year-old beating his elders in his first race. Grey Boss, who cost $150,000 at Fasig-Tipton's Mid-Atlantic May 2-year-old and training sale, did not disappoint on his promise. Ridden by Tiger Shea for NR Club and Bhupat Seymour, he won well here as the 7-2 third choice. Mystery Chime was second, a long shot for Musab Al-Maheri, while Vino Sorrow ran on well as the favourite into third.
Up in front, Mystery Chime has got all the chances here as well. Has had every favour in the run. Grey Boss a length away and has done plenty of work. Hidden Secret works on, but is going up and down in the one spot for now. Mystery Chime's race to lose here. Out by a length and a half to Grey Boss, who didn't corner all too well, but balances up now. 3 lengths back here to Hidden Secret. Layatel, Vino Soro coming again. It's Mystery Chime from Grey Boss, who's now getting there with every stride. Mystery Chime needs the line. Grey Boss pegging back with every stride at the 100-metre peg, takes the lead. Grey Boss, a tough win from 12, comes away to win by a length and a half. Grey Boss, he'll go on from that big time.
He's a class horse. I think he had one of the fastest breeze in Fasig-Tipton in the Maryland sale. He was a big horse, and he was almost ready last year, but the owners are very, very patient, and in fact it's the other way around. I wanted to run, but the owner said he's a big horse and we don't mind waiting, so that made his job easy. He's done everything right this year, but we've been drawn out in the car park in almost every race. We've got this today for some reason, and first time out drawn 12 wasn't going to be easy for him, but I think his class just came through.
He did a lot today as far as learning, it seems. You mentioned the outside post, but he also didn't corner that well, and he still got it done.
Yeah, he's a baby. He's a big baby. He's a 3-year-old, but he's still a baby. And I think this race was against older horses who were experienced. And whatever he did today, he's going to improve so much from this. He's a class horse.
The first 2-year-old race of the season, and one to look forward to for dreamers of the UAE Derby, went to post in race 3. This one over 6 furlongs saw a few of them who have been burning up the track in the trials, including big favourite 6 Speed. But in the end, a hop at the start did him in, as the Bhupat Seymour trainee was beaten by 2 in the race, including his own stablemate Naeem, who was second, and the winner Union Security, who flew up the rail under Sam Hitchcock for Agba bin Harmish. The 6.5 to 1 fourth choice in the running won by nearly 5 lengths.
Speed now met by Naeem to its outside, who begins to be the biggest challenger. Union Security awaits an out. State Glory starts to work up. Union Security bolting in behind the favourite. Then came Do's and Dotes from Emirat. It's 6 Speed who's all out here. Up on the outside, State Glory. The run appears now for Union Security, and look at him come through. Union Security got all the runs for Hitchcock. Rides the rail, didn't go around a horse, and Union Security is going to come away for a big win. Union Security burns away to score, and a double for Bin Hamish in meeting number 1. 5 lengths on the line. Naeem second over. 6 Speed, the start, very costly.
This is a horse that obviously he showed a lot of maturity up the inside. I know you're a patient rider. I know you like to wait and get it done properly, but how did you feel going through it?
He like you said, and you said, he's done everything very correctly. He jumped, he showed a little bit of gate speed. Tiger was adamant that he wanted to go on, so I just took a lead. But he switched perfectly, exactly at the right times. And when the gap sort of opened up for us, he switched leads again, and then he quickened up through it brilliantly.
It seems like he's got a lot of constitution to him. He really carries himself extremely well.
Yeah, no, he's a lovely horse, which is only going to get better with racing, and he'll get further in time.
The 4th race of the night at Meydan was the Emirates Sky Cargo, 3-year-olds and upward, over 1,900 metres, the first 2-turn race of the day. This one saw Shepperton Lodge bred to run all day, and indeed he did, winning well here under William Perea, giving the Argentinian his first win ever at Meydan. Musalba El-Maheri trains the 4-year-old son of Lope de Vega. Arabian Tail was 9 lengths back in second, while Mukhtar was third.
Poster Paid hits the lead here as they head to the top of the straight in race number 4. Half a length now on book review. The runs are coming. Shepherd and Lodge has got out now with a run. He's the one. Then came Izaj from Magic Petition. Arabian Tail, Al Mukhtar. Up in front, Shepherd and Lodge has coasted up to them. Shepherd and Lodge with 200 metres and change left to travel. He's left them for dead. Shepherd and Lodge 3 or 4 lengths clear of Al Mukhtar. Arabian Tail, Poster Paint dropping away. It's a one-act affair. Shepherd and Lodge, home you go. Shepherd and Lodge by the best part of 8 lengths. Steams home to win and dominates race number 4. Second over, Arabian Tail.
The 5th race of the night, the Emirates Airline, was a handicap for 80-100 rated 3-year-old and up thoroughbreds, $250,000 on the line, and technically the feature of the night. Over a mile, this saw a lot of horses well matched in the running, but in the end, it was Cupid's Dream, running for the first time since Valentine's Day appropriately, and winning by 3 lengths over Meydan Dubai and Smart System. William Perea got a natural double, as did Musalba El-Maheri in the process. Finishing up at 139.34, his future is definitely ahead of him.
Arigato Gozaimasu dropping back through the field. Smart System and Cupid's Dream coasting into the race. Deeper out on the course here was Kalidasa. Mount Kosciuszko's picking up ground well, but will need the runs from Quality Humour. Arigato Gozaimasu's dropped away. Cupid's Dream the one. Cupid's Dream are now 3 lengths in front of Smart System. Meydan Dubai hustling home from back in the field, but Cupid's Dream's got it won. Cupid's Dream coming into the final 50 metres, and that's a double for Pereira and El-Maheri. Cupid's Dream, too smart. 4 lengths on the line, beats home Meydan Dubai, who rattled home from last as he loves to do.
You know, this horse is a good horse from last year. When he won first time, he can win first race because we put him in long distance, but his distance like a mile. Okay, he won very good first race, and he finished second. And when on him in the mile, he won. And now same distance the mile, and he won. I think he can do better on this race. Yes.
You think he'd be a group horse or a listed horse, maybe?
Sure, he can. He has a good ability, and he will improve.
The 6th race of the night was a 60-80 handicap, 175 on the line, 1,200 meters, and saw the return to form of Roadblock, who was dismissed at 12-1 in the running, but did not disappoint in the line. Winning by just over a length, he beat out Border Edge and Saw Rim. Connor Beasley was aboard for his second win of the evening, this time for Osama Rafai, and Syed Hashish, the owner, was very pleased to get this horse back on track.
They swing the bend now, and it's My Kind of Day. Al Muzin still with plenty of room to work through. Action Point deeper out. Roadblock's got all the momentum. Roadblock out wider, gobbles them up very, very quickly here inside the 300 metres. He's got 2 lengths to find. Now coming is Border Border Edge. Border Edge storming home the inside. A Ding Dong go down to the line. Up in front, Roadblock needs the post, staving off Border Edge for now, who's come to the end of his run. Roadblock goes on to win by a length and a half. Border Edge second over. Sarum third. A nice run from him at a price.
This is the horse that some seasons he comes in firing hot. Other seasons it takes him, like last year, it took him a while to come around. He's back firing hot earlier in the season for you.
Yeah, thank you, Michael. We're very, very pleased with him. He's a horse that has a special place in our heart with, you know, all his history with winning the sprint series. But then he lost interest in racing. And last season, at the end of the season, he won in Abu Dhabi. But we thought, okay, maybe he doesn't like the kickback, and this has been a factor. Today, seeing him winning here, it's just amazing. But I have to say as well, Connor rode a brilliant ride, because he kept him going, and then the horse showed that he still has a big heart, and he can still deliver.
And it's the beginning of the season for you. You can take your time with him now with just deciding what you want to do. Any idea at all? I mean, obviously there are options for him from here.
Yeah, honestly, we need to go back to the drawing board, discuss with the trainer, with Osama, my partner as well, and then we decide from here. We were not sure whether we should take him for longer, so we're between running him in the 8 furlong or the 6. And since we have Trip to Rome in the 8 furlong, we said let's split them. But we were not really sure. We thought it might be too sharp for him. He doesn't have the speed anymore, but actually it proved that it is.
And the nightcap at Meydan was a handicap for 60 to 80 rated 3-year-old and up thoroughbreds, 175,000 on the line over 1 mile. Before the race, it looked like Sky Racing's Gamekeeper would be one to beat here, but in the end, Sky Racing's other horse in the race, Narato, with Julia Lascuaga training with Sylvester de Sousa in the saddle, ran determinedly on the outside to sweep past all and win by 2.5 lengths over Military Artist. Toll Mount was third.
Toll Mount, 700 metres left to go in the final event by half a length to Darkstream, who presents. Gamekeeper out wide, and Narato sweats on and out and gets it now, followed by up on the inside in Military Artist, who's got something to give. Then came Nastas from Exculpation, followed by Trip to Rome. Perfect balance out to the end. Global Asset up on the outside. It's Narato who goes with Gamekeeper. Toll Mount still a narrow leader. Up on the outside, Narato now finding more the grey. Narato takes over from Toll Mount. Running on the inside was a Military Artist. It's Narato the leader. He's all out up in front, but finds a little bit more now. Narato extending away, and Narato for SDS takes the last here at Meydan. 3 lengths on the line, beats home Military Artist.
Well, I felt like I was on the top floor and everybody was on the bottom floor, because he's so big and individual. You know, he's outstanding horse. He's bigger than anything else in the parade. And I thought, I said, you know, I just bide my time. I'm sure I'll push my way out when I need to. A couple of horses roll into him, but he felt very confident. You know, he got a little bit, I have to wake up and race now. And he's just everything work out in his way, but could be in the smoother way. You didn't have that, but he done it in a good fashion, you know.
He's still kind of a baby out there, a little bit green. I see he's on the wrong lead, and it seemed like he's looking around a little bit as well.
He does. He gets to the front, and he just think he done enough. And as we see, he never switched leads and lengthened, but he was going the semi-speed, you know. And I was kind of pleased the way he did. He had the race without having a hard time, and he's still learning. He had, you know. He's only his second year here in UAE, and lightable race, and there's a bit more to come.
Now let's head to the capital for racing on Saturday night at Abu Dhabi, where we had 7 to go, 5 for the Arabians, and 2 to end with the thoroughbreds as usual. A handicap for 0 to 105 rated 4-year-old up purebred Arabians started the day on that turf course, 66,000 on the line over 1 mile. The famous Saudi colors of Athba Racing got one in the win column, as Munaya Athba won well for Elise Jean and Taigo Shea. The 2-to-1 favorite won by nearly 4 lengths over Socrates and Shamlao.
Munir Aspar travels strongly into the straight. Munir Aspar comes right past them with the 53 kilos. Set sail for home, 4 lengths in advance of Shamlal. AF Yatwi and Magic Touch can't do any more with the lightweight. Munir Aspar is going to trot in. Munir Aspar, half a dozen clear of Shamlal, and look at Socrates coming from last. Munir Aspar by 4.
A maiden for 4-year-olds up Purebred Arabians was up for the same 66,000 dirham purse and 1,600 metre distance. This one saw Baudelaire de Ghazal, with Bernardo Pinheiro aboard for Hamid Al Marar. The joint favourite beat out Moscovite into second, Big Long Shot at 40-1, and Azad 10-1 was third.
And the leader is Baudelaire de Ghazal from Azad in second. Baudelaire de Ghazal still with a nice buffer. Azad continuing on. Moscovite comes on from the back. Baudelaire de Ghazal getting tied up in front, but still has enough at bay. Moscovite's not going to be able to run him down. And Baudelaire de Ghazal, Bernardo Pinheiro, gate to wire.
Next up, the Wathba Stallions Cup for private owners. A conditions affair saw 4-year-old and up Purebred Arabians go to pose for 70 grand and also over that same mile. Kala Khalifa Al Nabuda got one in the win column with AF Asham Saif Al Balushi aboard for Ernst Ertel. The 5.5-1 shot beat out Hazem Al Wathba into second, while AF Al Sanaa was third. The final margin of victory was a length and 3/4.
Taking over the lead as they come into the straight was Asham from Hazem Al Wathba. Then came up on the inside Al Naya, followed thereby up on the inside Al Sana. It's Hazem Al Wathba though shooting through. Asham though flying past here. Asham laying in the final part of the straight, but Asham's got Hazem Al Wathba here late, and Asham comes away to win. Asham by 2 lengths. Hazem Al Wathba second.
A maiden for 4-year-old Purebred Arabians was next, 66,000 on the line over the 2,200 metre or 11 furlong distance. Saafi saw Yas Racing get one in the win column for Eric Lamartinel and Jules Mobian. The 9.5-1 shot beat out Khartoum into second and Shatha AW into third.
As Safi hits the lead here now and looked the good thing here into the straight. 3 lengths in advance of Ghazi. Then came up on the outside. Yarmouk, who works into it with Tarweej. Up in front, it's Safi the leader. Safi out after them now from the back of the field. Shatha AW and Ghazi, and out deeper as well, trying to work into the race late Yarmouk. But up in front, it's Safi and Jules Mobian running home late. Khartoum, but will miss.
The 5th race on the night at 19:30 was a handicap for 0 to 95 rated Purebred Arabians on that grass course, 66,000 on the line over the marathon mile and a half 2,400 meter distance. It was a big upset on the day as AF Muwalami finally got one back in the win column for Bernardo Pinheiro and Salam Al Marar. Dismissed at 26-1, he beat out Rod Lambarak into second for Sam Hishkot with another length and a quarter back to La Moral La Majori.
Up in front, it's Anafa who takes over. Zaid Kenta second. Indies Day, La Moral, La Majori out wider, really coming on strongly. Oxford, Mualemi from the back. It's La Moral, La Majori who hits the lead here with Zaid. These two pair off and go to battle. Up on the outside, Mualemi diving late. Mualemi down the outside is going to swamp them and win. Rad Lembarak trying the inside. Mualemi does enough. Rad Lembarak recovered to run second.
The Thoroughbreds got going with the Thoroughbred Sprint Handicap, the 6th race of the night at 8 o'clock. 7 furlongs was the distance as these fast horses went to post, where Sandra Pava and Kamsin would not be denied by 3/4 of a length. Salman Al-Sabi trained this son of Flatter. He beat out Fall of Rome for Bupat Simar and Taigo Sheba. Mutani in the famous Shadwell colours rounded out the top 3.
Velvet Cactus approaching the top of the straight, peeling out now the market a favourite in Fall of Rome, and comes to challenge his run now. Odai, Mutani close enough to strike. Ironside from Camden, deeper out on the course, running into it as well. Nova Roma. It's Odai and Fall of Rome who hit the lead here. Mutani working through the inside with every stride here. Fall of Rome, he's all out. Odai, Camden flashing from the back. It's Fall of Rome from Camden. Odai, Fall of Rome, Camden. Camden over the top. Camden will win. Camden half a length from Fall of Rome, Mutani third.
The final race in the capital this week was also for Thoroughbreds. This was a 1,600 metre affair, maiden 3-year-olds and upward. His Highness Sheikh Hamdan bin Mohammed Al Maktoum got a popular win on the night, winning by a half length over Chef de Party with Inner Peace. Jose Santiago was aboard for Salim Begadair. The 19-1 shot, as mentioned, beat out Chef de Party and also Gold Amal into third. The favourite in the race, Elusive Trevor for Bupat Simar, could only manage 5th.
And it's King's Coronation who leads, taking over the running Inner Peace. Up the inside, Chef de Party makes a run of it. And down the outside, Gold Amal, it's Chef de Party, along with up on the outside there, travelling into it, Inner Peace, Chef de Party, Inner Peace, Chef de Party, and Inner Peace battling it out to the line. It's going to be Inner Peace by a head. Chef de Party was very brave into second.
And we end the week with 7 races from Al-Ain. First up, we had a maiden for 4-year-olds and upward, Pure Blood Arabian, 70,000 on the line, 9 furlongs over that big, sweeping, right-handed dirt course. The 2-1 favorite, Ludo de la Garde, did not disappoint for Ibrahim Al-Hadrami and Ray Dawson, beating out Mutamasik and Lindor de Bazouls.
Ludo de la Garde hits the lead narrowly, and he's got a challenger though, sticking on well, Lindor de Borzels, and Mutamasik now pegging away the outside for Ty Gaucher. No good thing here, Ludo de Carrere. He hasn't been able to learn to win the last 4 starts, and he's up in front now, but he's vulnerable. Mutamasik out wider, pegging away with every stride. Ludo de Carrere holding on just enough here. Line comes, Ludo de Carrere. Ludo de Carrere, 3/4 of a length. Mutamasik second over, Lindor de Borzels third.
The second race of the night was a handicap for 0 to 95 rated 4-year-old Nut Pure Blood Arabians, 80,000 on the line, over 1,800 meters. Well-touted Saari, the second choice in the favorite, beat out favorite Macnoon by 4.5 lengths. The decisive victory was piloted by Sylvester de Sousa for Majid Al-Johori. Rounding out the top 3 was Kif Star in third for Haben Al-Barar.
Sari, who now starts to hit the go button here out wider and goes to present a challenge here and is getting further away from them. Kif Star, Macnoon could be the threat, but Sari's gone. Sari is off with the prize here in race number 2. Half a dozen clear of Kif Star. Macnoon may try to get second here and will do so, but it's going to be Sari. Sari by 4.
The third race of the night was a handicap for 0 to 80 rated local breds, Pure Blood Arabians, 70,000 on the line, over 1 mile. Age Tahan for Haman Al-Murar and Bernard Benhero got them their second win together on the weekend. The 2.5 length victory was over AF Thawarti. Rounding out the top 3 was Najah.
Up in front, it's Yards Hard from Thawati, Rasik Al-Wathbar, and here comes, up on the outside here, was A.H. Tahan. A.H. Tahan finding under Bernardo Pinheiro. He's been 5 deep the trip here. A.H. Tahan hits the lead here in the final stages of the race, comes clear by 3 lengths to Thawati. That is some win. He has fought Bernardo Pinheiro the whole way round and wins by 3. That could be win of the night.
A featured conditions affair was the 1830 on the night for Pure Blood Arabian 3-year-olds, 70,000 on the line, over 7 furlongs. Sir Lau dismissed at 34-1 in the process, won for Abdulaziz Al-Balushi and Ibrahim Al-Hadrami. Yassa, an Omani bred, was second, while Iyaz Doman was third. The final margin of victory was 5.5 lengths.
Silau works through. He took the short way home for Abdulaziz Al-Balushi and comes clear by 3 lengths. Doman into second. Amir dropping away. Yasser out wider, picking up big time. Oh, he's making up a fair bit of ground here down the outside. Yasser with about 200 metres left to go. Silau's up in front. Yasser in pursuit. Silau needs the post here. 5 lengths in front of Yasser and Doman. Silau, he took the short way home. He is clear. Silau comes away to win. 5 lengths on the line from Yasser in second. Doman third over.
In race 5 at 1900 hours, there was another maiden for 4-year-old Nut Pure Blood Arabians, over 5 furlongs worth 70,000 dirhams. Al-Dafra Al-Garbia won well here by 6 1/4 lengths, beating out Safia A.W. Al-Kabir rounded out the top 3. Jules Mobian was aboard the victor for Suhail Azmouri.
Taking over the running is El Dafra El Garbia. El Dafra El Garbia leading the way from Safia AW, the near side coming into it El Kabir, but it's El Dafra El Garbia. El Dafra El Garbia into the final 100 metres, puts it beyond doubt. El Dafra El Garbia coming away here for Suhail Al-Azmouri. Wins by 5 lengths, beats home Safia AW. Third over was El Kabir.
The penultimate race of the weekend in the UAE was a handicap for 0 to 75 rated Pure Blood Arabian, 70,000 on the line, over a straight 5 furlongs. RB Sarab at 12-1 and Aliyah Tar won well here for Khalifa Al-Niyadi by 3/4 of a length over AF Munafaya. Rounding out the top 3 was Nashmi Al-Hosen.
Taking over, RB Sarab hits the lead with Munafaya. They break away from Hafla. Up in front, taking over now. Up on the far side here is RB Sarab, and RB Sarab holds on. Just RB Sarab coming away to win a half. RB Sarab by Munafaya. Third over, Nashmi Al-Hosen.
And the final race of the week was a 5 furlong affair. Conditions for Pure Blood Arabians, 85,000 on the line. And those who supported Al-Fati, the market favorite, were rewarded in the end as Ray Dawson and Ibrahim Al-Hadrami were victorious with his 100 rated sort. He beat out 110 rated sprinter RB Moneymaker into second by a half length. RB Nashbash rounded out the top 3.
Al-Fati from RB Moneymaker pegging the ears back now and starting to get into overdrive. Here comes Pinero. RB Moneymaker and Al-Fati down to the line together. RB Moneymaker, Al-Fati, RB Moneymaker, Al-Fati holds on. Al-Fati ahead on the line. RB Moneymaker second over.
Now let's look at the standings here in the UAE. Atop the owners is His Highness Sheikh Ahmed Al Maktoum. 6 victories for him. Yas Racing is in second, defending champion owner. Atba Racing in third with 3. Abu Bakr Al Qadora and Mohammed Al Mazrui are rounding out the top 5 with 1 apiece. Among the trainers, Michael Costa has 6 victories as he's off to a flyer once again. Ibrahim Al Hajami has 3. We have 2 apiece for Bupat Simar, Musab Al Mahari, our defending champion, and Hamad Al Barar. And among the jockeys, defending champion Sylvester de Sousa has 7, Connor Beasley in second with 4, Ray Dawson behind him also with 4, but less seconds. Bernardo Pinheiro has 3, and Tygo Shea, our 12-time champion, has 3 as well, and rounding out the top 5. Now let's look at what's coming up this week here in the UAE. Abu Dhabi has its 3rd meeting on November 14th. November 15th, the next day, Jebel Ali has its 2nd meeting, and we have the first meeting of Sharjah the day after that. We're looking forward to that, and looking forward to seeing you here next week on Past the Post. May all your photo finishes be winning ones.